And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, platform trading, and all those fun things, and hopefully making money doing all those things. Let's see. Today is St. Patrick's Day. It's Tuesday, March 17th, as you can tell by my little hat I have on and the little thing. Isn't that cool? Let's see. We also have something else to bring up. We've got a lot of information coming up. If you like this video, then I want to remind you, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to find out more of what's going on with this business called foreign exchange trading, then by all means let me know by subscribing to the channel. And also, if you have any comments you want to talk to me directly, then by all means go ahead and hit me up in the comment section, and we will make that happen too. So with all that going on, we're talking about putting money at risk, and that means we need to talk about risk. So let's go ahead and do that. I live in the United States, so it's important that I talk about this risk disclosure and let you know that this is not a hold kind of situation. It's something that is your in and out, and your average trade may be could be 5 minutes depending on your strategy, or it could be a couple of days depending on your strategy, but it's certainly not anything where you buy and hold it for a couple of years and then reap the massive rewards. That's not how Forex works. But at any rate, let's go ahead and get into that now with the risk disclosure part. There we go. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. And I don't hold NFA registration. What that means is that I'm not a broker. That's the technical information for that I'm not a broker. I used to be an associated person in a brokerage house, so I have held NFA registration in the past. That's how I know that I need to say all these things. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so here we are. This is Trading Forex for Profit. This is my website that I'm currently building. It is not quite ready. Let's accept the cookies and see what it looks like. Look at all that. This is a platform that I'm building for myself, basically, so I can become a better trader, and it's got some goodies on the back end that's going to help me decide which trades to take, which trades to not. I'm not taking any subscriptions right now, but if you want to check it out and see what direction I'm going in, then by all means. It's the only thing that's up there right now is the previous homepage. And then I have some other pages too, but they're going to go away later on today. But they're not going to go away. They're going to become hidden and go somewhere else. But we've got a lot of goodies coming up with that. Highly recommend that you check that out, especially if you're new to trading. It's basically going to be, it's going to be cool. It's still under construction, but it's still going to be very cool. Let's go ahead and go to the DXY and see what's going on there. Well, first let's go with risk on, risk off. Let's see what we're looking at today. What kind of platform, sentiment, if you will, is going back and forth between neutral and risk on. So that means we're going to have probably stronger dollar, stronger oil, weaker gold is what I'm thinking. Could be right, could be wrong. I don't know. We'll have to see what direction the currencies are going in. The Aussie, look at that. Probably raised rates last night and went up. New Zealand went down because they didn't raise rates comparatively to the Aussie. Is what I'm thinking. Yen's right. Look at that, almost even. And the Great British Pound is right underneath the Aussie as the top, the strongest currency at the time. That could change by the next hour, so we're not going to worry about too much of that. We're just keep an eye on that throughout the day goes if we're trading. I do not have any active trades in right now, so we're not going to be talking about my money today. We've got nothing going on with that. I'm on the sidelines after a couple of big losses yesterday. I'm kind of rethinking, or losses last week. I'm kind of rethinking how I'm going to my strategy on everything. But this is the DXY. It's pulling back below the 75% median. I think that's what Michael Boutros calls it. And I highly recommend checking out the Forex.com guys, Michael Boutros and James Stanley. I've been following those guys for probably 15 years, and those guys really know what they're talking about. But here's something that I did not have in my charts earlier that I should have had in my charts is the 500 to 200 day moving average with crossover, indicating what the crossovers are too. This is indicating a sell-off right here, and it would, at this point in time, it did sell off some more, but it's not quite as robust as of an indicator as I like it, but it does help to get the general direction of what's going on. Let's go to Euro versus Great British Pound. It's right there, looking at a crossover here for the Euro. We'll see what happens. It's not really going anywhere today. We do have rate decision coming up on the Euro on Thursday, so that could change a lot of things. But right now, it's pretty much dead even. The rate right down here at 86.35. I wouldn't touch that right now. Unless something else happens today. Oh yeah, something else today. Our event risk today. News, aka. First, let's go back and see what they did with the interest rates, and they did raise, as they said they were going to. And Canadian unemployment is coming down, or Canadian inflation is coming down. That's good, because I think their economy is doing gangbusters right now, so prices have to come down. After that, we don't really have a whole lot going on today. We've got ADP weekly employment change. Not sure when that number's from, because the government was shut down for a little while, so they decided to not release any information. They may be caught up on that. They may not be. I'm sure right. I think right now we still have a partial government shutdown for some reason. I don't know. It's congressman being congressman. Let's see, for that, let's go into the euro versus the dollar. Here we go. This is the first one that I would consider trading. It's the largest pair to be traded in the world, and it is not going anywhere. So I would not trade this today. Down candle followed by almost a matching up candle and stopping right at 115. It could go either way. According to the moving averages, it's going down. According to mean reversion strategy, it's going up. So this could go either way on this, depending on how you pick your trades. I would sit on the sidelines a little bit further and see what happens when it's also at a critical point at 115. So we'll see what happens with that. Aussie, dollar versus the yen comes back down to 159. 159 has been a thorn in its side for quite some time, and it's not really going anywhere either. I would hang out on that one too. Pound versus the dollar, again, not going anywhere. We also have rate decision coming up with tomorrow for the United States, but it's not. It's a 99% chance we're going to have a hold. But what is the magic is in what happens at the conference. It's what JPOW, aka Jerome Powell, says after the rate decision is released. Pound versus the yen, perking up a little bit, but it's about 50% of that, which is also a good turnaround area. So I don't know what direction I'd go in on that. And again, on this one, I would get a little bit tighter. The way you pick my trades, pick my trading opportunities is I start with weekly, come down to daily, and then kind of look for entries on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. 1 hour indicating a very short time frame, 1 hour, 4 hour indicating a longer time frame. But that's what I do with that. I would stay out of that today. I would stay out of this one too, because it is right at the median. As a matter of fact, it's right at the 20-day moving average in the Bollinger Band. This one's a little higher. This is just dead even. Nope, not touching it. Dollar versus Canadian. Don't like the dollar versus the Canadian. I do not trade this because it is all over the place at any given moment in time. Part of it could be lower liquidity. Part of it also could be that I don't know what I just cannot get a handle on this pair, so I don't. Canadian versus the yen. Sometimes mimics goes in strong correlation with the oil trade. Not today. It's kind of coming off a little bit. Kind of forming a doji of types right there. If that thing turns green or goes upward, then it will be a hammer candle or a doji. So I'm looking for a turnaround on that one. Would indicate also a turnaround possibly on the dollar versus the yen, but the Canadian versus the yen has a stronger correlation with the oil trade. Speaking of oil, let's look at that. $96 a barrel, $96.84. Gas is $1 higher where I live per gallon, which I'm not a fan of, but hey, it is what it is. It's hard to call it economics. It's right at about 50% of that candle too, which according to Sorry, look at the book. Al Brooks is the guy who's got 3 volumes out there, 3 excellent volumes on trading in general. Highly recommend those books if you haven't purchased them before and read them. But he says there's a 60% chance of a pullback, 60 to 70% chance of a pullback at the 50% mark. So again, that's something else that I keep in the back of my mind. And that is right at about 50% of that bar. So I would hang out on that one. I don't trade oil anyway. I do not trade the oil contracts. I should, but I don't. It should is double-edged sword too. Aussie versus the dollar, perked right back up over 70. It's a strong pullback yesterday. It was already priced the premium back in yesterday morning, so it's time to come back into that would have been Saturday night. Possibly catch the bottom on Friday afternoon and then hold it. That's kind of a tough move to make, to hold it over the weekend. But gold sitting right at a little bit above 5,000, so it is testing a $5,000 mark, and 5,000 is winning. It looks like not really going anywhere. Platinum right here, again, not really going anywhere, but perking up a little bit. Palladium, another one I don't trade, but it's good to see a correlation between the metals before making any trades. And silver, look at that. A doji followed by a hammer. So it's silver's getting quite comfortable with $80 an ounce. So it could be there for a while. We'll see what happens with that. Something I'm noticing here is that the software sector is starting to pull back. We'll look at the ITV for a second. Never mind. It looks like it's starting to pull back. When it was down here, it pulled back a little bit and came back down. This could be a solid getting started again point for the software sector. Got some strong returns yesterday. HubSpot, nope. Salesforce, up 3%. I'd imagine HubSpot is going to be an acquisition target for Salesforce. They've been saying that for years. We'll see what happens. It's also fun to integrate those two, but I don't work with HubSpot anymore. Intuit, that's my accounting software provider. That's a fun day right there. Up 3%. Adobe, I use Adobe every day. Use Adobe products every day, and they're up 1% again. And then here we are, the AI sector a little bit, and look at Upwork getting hammered again. Upwork is just not doing well. Coming down to 11.95. We'll see if it breaks 12 and breaks down to 7. I think is the next spot, but it's yeah. I've got a thorn in my side about Upwork. But at any rate, other than that, that is all I've got today. DXY is right there. Put it back up here so we can take a look at it for later. And with that, don't forget to check out Trading Forex for Profit, coming to a browser near you soon. And with that, that's all I've got for today. If you like this video, then by all means hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe to the channel. And lastly, if you want to talk to me directly, then go ahead and hit me up in the comments, and I'll respond to you as soon as I can. But in the meantime, that's all I got for today. You guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.